Hey everyone, this is Dale Berkebile, and we are doing the Tao Te Ching review again today. And today we are actually talking about the fourth verse of the Tao. And for those of you new to this who haven't seen some of the first three verses that we've done, basically, I'm doing a weekly program where I'm talking about the Tao Te Ching, and I'm going to, take on one verse each week. And so if you haven't seen any of the previous videos, you can go and check out the first three that I did. As a matter of fact, I did this 4, 5, 6 years ago. I don't know how long ago it was. It's been a while, where I did the first four, but I ended there. So if you want to see how the progress is going for the last 4 years, 5 years, however long it's been, you'll see some great progress, I think, and maybe 4 years from now you'll see even more. But here's the thing. The Tao Te Ching is a very powerful tool. It's a Chinese, what I call a philosophical book on wisdom for the art of living, maybe is the best way to describe it. But I'm Dale Berkebile. I'm doing this for Hellagood Life, which is a brand that I'm creating related to trying to help people live their best life. Now, I got introduced to the Tao Te Ching through Wayne Dyers' book, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. And it actually changed my life for the better. And so I'm sharing some of these ideas with you. So maybe your introduction, if you're unfamiliar with the Tao, will be really life-changing for you as well. And for those of you familiar with the Tao, I hope it adds some new insight. Or if you have some more wisdom, please share it in the comments and let us know your thoughts. But again, my name is Dale Berkebile. My purpose in life is to challenge people to become innovative leaders so that we can change the world together. Again, I'm doing this for Hellagood Life so that we can help more people live their most rewarding, most fulfilling life. And anyhow, so today's verse is verse 4. So I'm going to go ahead and read verse 4. And then I'm going to share some thoughts, and then I'm going to share my interpretation of some of these thoughts. And so let me jump in here. Verse 4. The Tao is empty, but inexhaustible, bottomless, the ancestor of it all. Within it, the sharp edges become smooth. The twisted knots loosen. The sun is softened by a cloud. The dust settles into place. It is hidden, but always present. I do not know who gave birth to it. It seems to be the common ancestor of all, the father of things. So this is about living infinitely. And as you can see with this fourth verse, if this is the only verse you ever read, you might be a little bit confused. It's pretty deep. It's something that takes some real reflection and thinking about. But let me share some other thoughts related to what Wayne Dyer kind of thought when he was digging into this. The Tao is the source of all life, yet it is empty and limitless and cannot be constrained, quantified, or measured. This life-giving energy of creation provides a profound source of joy that's accessible at all times. And I do think that through mindfulness and meditation and different things like that, if we want joy, we can find it. There are ways to find it. It's always accessible. The fourth verse of the Tao invites you to consider rearranging your thoughts about who you are. It seems to be saying that cultivating an awareness of the infinite aspect of yourself is the way to tap into the limitless source of creative energy that flows through you. Ultimately, you'll cultivate an absolute knowing that whatever assistance you need right here and right now is actually whatever assistance you need is right here and right now, in front of, in behind, in back of, above and below you. It's empty, yet very much present. Sorry, I kind of butchered that one up a little bit. Consider all things that seem to be a problem from the perspective of the eternal Tao. And this is where things could get interesting. Believing that there's a shortage of prosperity is a signal to think in terms of the inexhaustible source, the Tao. Just like everything else on our planet, money is available in limitless quantities. Know this and connect to the bottomless supply. Do it first in your thoughts by affirming everything I need now is here. Prosperity thoughts are energetic instructions to access your infinite self, so actions will follow them. So rather than giving energy to illness and perceived misfortunes, stay with the Tao. Stay with what can never be used up. Stay with that which is the Father of all things, the creative source of all. It will work with and for you, as you have in your thoughts, then in your feelings, and finally your actions. And here's another part that gets interesting. Be an infinite observer. When acknowledged as a sign of change, worry is transitory. It's simply part of the world of the changing. If you view your life from the vantage point of an infinite observer, concerns, anxieties, and struggles blend into the eternal mix. From this ageless perspective, picture how important the things you feel depressed about now will be in 100, 1,000, 1,000,000, or an uncountable number of years. Think about how powerful that is. So anything that you're stressing out about right now, how important is that going to be? That item, whatever it is that you're stressing out about, how important is that going to be in 100 years? Are people going to even know about it? Is your family or your kids or your grandkids or any other connections, the lineage, going to know anything about this problem that you're having right now? Is this problem so small, right? It seems so big in our world, but is it so small that is it really worth getting that worked up over? Something to think about. It's a different perspective. Wisdom is knowing I am nothing. Love is knowing I am everything. And between the two, my life moves. Okay, so those are some of the thoughts related to verse 4 and Wayne Dyer's thoughts on his translation. And, I think this is one of the verses that is, again, kind of big and challenging to understand. And to some degree, we have to let go of our ego. But it's important to think about because if we look at, we have this issue, whatever our issue is, and we're looking at what's it going to be like in 100 years? This specific issue. Is it going to be a little tiny blip? Or is it going to be something that doesn't even show up on the radar? Chances are it's not going to show up. And so that's a really big concept. If we can wrap our head around that, we can change our attitude and our happiness and our joy by realizing that this isn't as important as maybe we feel it is. The other piece that is kind of interesting about this is the philosophy of scarcity, right? And so I got introduced to this through business development, personal development related to business and things like that. And so there's a lot of stuff out there that's all about abundance and law of attraction and all that kind of stuff. To some degree, what Wayne was talking about in this book was similar to some of that law of attraction sort of philosophy. But I know that there is a scarcity mindset out there where many people are talking about, when we look at politics, there's a scarcity mindset related to number of jobs or space like land and, immigrants that are coming across, they're going to take our jobs, they're going to do this, that, and the other thing. There's, scarcity mindset around so many different things in our society today that it makes us play this zero-sum game. So I have to win. And that means if you're winning, that means I'm losing. And so if I believe that, then it makes me be angry or violent or aggressive towards anyone that's going to take my piece of the pie, right? Here's my piece of the pie. This is mine. You can't get it. I'm going to hold it tight. But if we have an abundance mindset, it means that if you succeed, I cheer you on. I'm thankful for everything you're doing because I know you're not taking away from me. There's plenty, inexhaustible amount of money or whatever for me to have access to. Now, I grasp this concept in some areas of life where I can see that it really makes sense, but there's other areas where I totally drop the ball and can't comprehend this in my own life, right? So sometimes in business, right, I don't know that I have a scarcity mindset when it comes to the zero-sum game kind of an approach, but there are times where I feel like I need more. I need more money to do more marketing, to do more sales promotion, to connect with other people, other contacts, clients, help find better clients and things like that. I also probably, as I was reading this today, I was thinking about, is the idea of global warming actually a scarcity mindset? We don't have enough air. We don't have enough clean water. We don't have enough trees and all that stuff. Is that setting the tone for negativity to perpetuate even more if we think of the law of attraction kind of style, where we're attracting more negativity, more scarcity, more loss? And is that a zero-sum game? That's something really challenging that I need to reflect on and think about if that's even legit or, because it kind of undermines everything I believe in when I think about global warming and the environment. So anyhow, as I said, the Tao has some very deep philosophical thoughts to think about. I guess what I would challenge you is, what were your thoughts about this chapter? Could you, in the comments, share what your thoughts are on how it relates to scarcity, how it relates to positive attitudes, zero-sum game, anything like that? If you see any of that in the verse, share your comments down below because I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this and maybe my take on this. What are your thoughts about global warming related to this? Is that a scarcity mindset? Anyhow, thank you so much. If you like this, share it with others who may or like it, but again, we'll see you on the next video. Peace, love, and respect to you, my friends. Have a great day.